Hey guys, welcome back to another Regular Dude Fishing video. I am the Regular Dude John. I hope all is well. I am quite a bit below the Wilson Dam on where the beginning of Lake Pickwick on the Tennessee River system. And I'm chasing skipjack. Of course, we always chase skipjack. It never stops whenever you got a little bit of a bait business going on. So what I want to do, and I'll show you guys a couple of tricks here. It looks like I'm getting ready to catfish because I got my big poles out. But you can see we're in the middle of a great big current seam, and we see skipjack that are, you know, popping to surface across the water here. So you can see one of them that we got set out there already. I don't know if you can see that, a planer board. We are running really long sabiki rigs, 8-foot long saltwater rigs. And I will show you, let me get my camera put on and I'll show you how I'm going to rig up my planer boards and my other rods so that I can cover as much of this current seam as I can. So bear with me for a second. All right, I hope this is in the camera here. I use the original clear board. This is the smaller version, and we've got bigger versions that we use, of course, when we're catfishing. My good buddy Steve Douglas turned me onto these, and then I actually met the guy at the catfish conference who makes these. And these they have been extremely durable for me. I am extremely hard on my gear, and I have not yet destroyed one of these boards. I went through 3 sets of boards last season, and you know, I was like 15-20 bucks a piece per set, and it ended up I bought 3 sets of boards that ended up breaking on me. And that's just, I should have just got these in the first place and had good boards. But these things have been absolutely awesome for me so far. I will leave a link in the description box where you can get these different boards. And of course, we've got the bigger set for when we're catfishing and rigging and drifting and dragging baits. And something else too, guys, whenever you're fishing from the bank, if you're bait fishing from the bank and you see that the skipjack are out in a certain area, don't be afraid to put on one of these boards here. See that there's one right there on that planer board. Don't be afraid to put one on these boards and let it do, oh, he come off, and let it do what planer boards do, which is send it out into the current. And also, as it's out in the current, I'm gonna reset this one here. You see, I'll go ahead and show you how I got it rigged. You see how I've got it at the top of my long sabiki rig, down to the end of it, and then we've got a spoon on it. But if you're standing on the bank, and you notice that the skipjack are in a certain area, and you're getting tired of casting, these little boards will fit in your box, in your tackle bag or your little box. Put it on there and send it out where the action is. Just send it out like this, and then put it in your rod holder, and forget about it. And then you can get your other rods out and going. You see, I hope that's showing up there, how that board is taking it out to that side. That way, when we put these lines out straight out the back, they're not getting all tangled up, and I'm covering a lot of area with a lot of baits. And I hope that all makes sense, and I hope the camera's picking it all up like it should be, but we'll see when the video comes out. So like I said, I just got that one set out. I'm getting ready to put this other board on this line here, and we'll get after him. So all right, let me get this thing set up here, and I'll be back with you. You know, a lot of times too, you see that board as it's getting pulled over in the current there. I'll keep letting the line out a little bit at a time, and a lot of time those fish will hit it as it's moving over across the current. And 2, as your boat is swaying in the current and the current is moving to planer boards, that sabiki rig and that line of baits is out there doing this, so you get quite a bit of good action on them as well. So you put them out there, stick them in your rod holder, let them do their thing. And then we're gonna have 4 rods out that are gonna be covering a lot of area with a lot of baits. And in the summertime, when the bait is hard to come by, this is a good way to put a lot of bait in the boat pretty quick. So, all right, let's get back to fishing. Well, there you have it, guys. As they say, as my buddy Harley Neal said, the last time he went on a bait grind with me, the proof is in the pudding. And the pudding is lots of skipjack in the boat. Oh, I hate it when they do that. And they do that all the time. Things like so far today, I've had to just as many get off as I've actually managed to get a hook in. Reset the board. Them two hit it before it was even all the way set up, which is okay. See, before it is even set up. All right, let's get them in the boat, John, so they don't get off. There we go. All right, man. Twisted. All right. There's two doubles in a row. I love it, man. Let them load it up. You see that planer board there? Covers all that ground. We're still trying to get everything set out right. Yep. When you get these long lines, set your rod down, pick your line up a little bit at a time. Oh, sorry about all the water in your face. And there was a triple. So this little trick I learned from Doc Lang from Catfish Weekly. Every Monday night they have the Catfish Weekly program. And this was one of Doc's tips of the weeks. If you guys don't know Doc, you should go check out Catfish Weekly. Doc is a legend and a super nice guy. Cooler here. All right, so now we reset our planer board, and then we'll get our baits back out in the water. Remember, Steve Douglas says when you're using rods in your monster rod holders like this, it's like having another dude in the boat. But when you can put several rods out and have a whole bunch of baits out there, then Steve says it's like having 5 or 6 dudes in the boat that don't take up a lot of space and don't want to eat all the time, and they don't want to drink everything in the boat. I hope you guys can see that planer board here. We're going to get it set up, have it start sending it out into the current. Moving it out. There we go. Just like that. That's how we want it. And when you get on the fish, when I'm looking for fish, when I'm looking for skipjack, I will look at the top of the water and you can see them busting. You'll just look and I've shown it before on videos how they'll bust up on the top of the water. You kind of want to anchor. So if I see them busting right out there, I'm going to come upriver just a little bit and anchor just up above them, and then I'll put my lines out there like that, out and the back, so I can cover as much of that ground as I possibly can. And you see, I still haven't got the time to put the one rod out yet. I'm still we're on the fish, so that's a good thing. But so if you wanted to do this, you come out here at daylight, you catch your bait for the day. You got your catfish rods rigged up right now. I got my TWCs right there. There's a 10-foot TWC rigged up to catch bait with my planer boards. Then all I'll do is I'll bring my sabikis in, put them in the old handy dandy rig wrap, wrap them up, put them in your tackle box, put them in your rig wrap box, and then switch your rigs out to start catfishing. That way you don't have to carry a whole bunch of different rods with you. All you need is a few rig wraps and you're golden. So this is just the way I do it, guys. And we'll show you a picture of the cooler at the end of the day. Or actually, it won't take at the end of the day. It's the way we're catching them here is pretty good. So it won't take very long, and we'll have us a cooler full. Miss Mary is putting out the other planer board on this side. And I just wanted to take a second here and say thank you very much to Steve Douglas for teaching me some of these tricks, and thank you very much for, look at that, she didn't even get it set out and they're on it. Thank you very much to Doc Lang for teaching us these tricks, and I hope you guys have learned a little bit about being able to catch a lot of bait pretty quick, especially right now in the summertime. Bait's hard to come by. When you find them, you need to get on them and get as many as you can in the boat. We got fish on, yep. Fish on. planer boards. It just don't get no better than this, guys. I love this, man. I love fishing. I love catching bait. I love catching everything. I love it when my pole bends. So there we have it. Gonna get everything reset, and we'll turn the camera on here in again a little bit. Who said planer board fishing isn't fun, man? Uh oh, we got another one on. He got off. I hate it when they do that. Skip. Oh, look at that! Right there by the boat. They're hitting it. Skipjack do that a lot.
Oh, fish on.
All right, looks like we got another double on. Loving it, man. Loving it. It sure does keep you jumping and keep you busy whenever they are on. There we go. Another, well, I had a triple on, but one of them come off. This is the way to do her, fellas. Get them in the boat, man. I was going to make this video yesterday, but yesterday I had one of them days, ow, that I would have had to name the video, how much crap can I get hung up on and tangled up in and unknots, and just one of them days. Today, so far, knock on wood, not too bad, but I'm sure everybody has had one of them days to where everything keeps getting tangled up around the board, and your knots get tangled up, and your rigs get tangled up together, and it's just, oh, yesterday was horrible. And we caught a whole bunch of dinky little white bass, weren't even big enough to take and eat. Dinky little white bass, wrong species. One of them days, but today, so far, thank you, Lord, a little bit better. Reset. Sometimes you're not going to be able to have all your lines out. You'll be catching fish. While this one's getting set, you'll have, you know, a couple fish hit it. You just got to be patient. And when you get a chance to get them all out, get them all out. If you only want to take a couple of rods and use a couple of rods, then you do that also. But see, you're going to be hopping when you find them. Planer board them. It's a great way, man. I love it. I love this, man. How can anybody not love it? Fishing! All right, let's get reset. Another triple. I had a quad on, but one of them come off. There we go. Catching that bait.
Oh, fish on, fish on.
Fish on the planer board. The double. All right.
Fish on the other one. Fish on the other one.
Okay.
Well, I can't set it down or the fish is going away.
Got a fish on this one here. Hey, when you get on the fish, it's just a lot of action. Lots of action. And sometimes when a school of them comes by, you'll load them up and you'll have, well, you've seen it, we've had 3 on there. Sometimes you'll have 5 or 6 on. We're running 8 hooks, 9 hooks on these 9-foot rigs. 30 some odd baits out there in the water. Can make for some pretty good action, and it's a lot of fun. So I hope that helps, guys. I hope that that helps you guys catch some more bait a little bit quicker. I know a lot of guys, you know, if you're tournament fishers, if you guys are fishing tournaments, you need bait, but you really, don't have a whole lot of time to spend catching bait. You want to get out there and get the bait as quick as you can and start pre-fishing. And this is a good way to do it. So get you some of the smaller size original clear boards. Get you some monster rod holders and some rig wraps and keep things wrapped up. And get out there and catch you lots of skipjack and get to fishing. So, you guys, thank you very much for watching. You guys have a great rest of the day, and we'll try to get more next time. So until the next time, we'll catch you in the next video.
Fishing!